He's going live.
All right, Greg. Are you with me?
Hello, I'm with you.
All right, we're going to get this thing started in 1 second.
Let's get it going.
All right,
And left.
3,
And right.
2, 1. We are going to...
What's going on?
Nothing is going on because we're about to start it on up, baby. Oh,
You can have that playing in the background. I like that. It can be
you
our
like that? You like that?
it can be playing while we go over the first initial thing and then play our intro after that.
All right, let's do it.
That'd be cool. Talk about what, Gino?
I had it on the starting screen. Sorry, man. Try this out.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop my recording and start it over. And in 3, 2, 1, I'm starting. Hello? What are we talking about today?
I don't know. What you think? You asked me straight up. Guys, what we're going to talk about is Dune 2. Greg got to watch Dune 2 this weekend, and he went camping as well at a sweet spot. And we're going to talk about some gaming moment of the week. Greg?
Yep, let's do it. Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to GGrated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
What's up? What's up? It's March the 3rd, 2024, and we're coming at you with another episode of GGrated Podcast. What's up? I'm Gray, and this is Gino, and we're going to get it going with gaming, tech, movies, and news. Let's go!
Let's go,
How you like that?
guys. Thank you. I like it. That was smooth, man. That was smooth, guys. Thank you
Thanks.
again for another episode stopping in, just like Gray has said. We appreciate it. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment of your gaming moment of the week, please, so that we will tell it on the next show. With that being said, Gray, how has your week been?
It's been pretty good. I'm very tired. Didn't sleep much last night, but still had fun.
Well, that's good, man.
I went camping. We're going to talk about it, though.
Dude. We're going to definitely talk about that in a second, guys. He had a sweet spot camping. He sent me a picture, made me super jealous. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I know it's a gaming show, but if anybody knows this channel by now, they know we love to camp and kind of get outdoors with the family as well. So we're going to have to talk about that a little bit. Let's jump into the gaming moment of the week. Let's go ahead and jump into that. What you think?
Let go! Gaming moment of the week.
Dude, that transition kind of makes you feel like how you feel when you drop in on Helldivers. Like you just get hyped.
It
Know,
does.
like just ready for
Yeah.
it. Do you have a gaming moment of the week?
I do, now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't before, but I do now. So lately, I work on the night shift, so I get up a little bit later in the day. And when I get up, I like to drink a glass of water, and then start my coffee. And sometimes I'll get on the computer and I'll grab my steering wheel right here and I'll put on some Forza Horizon 4 and I'll just drive around and drink my coffee. So lately, and there was a moment, I think it was this past week, where I was doing that and I was like, you know what? This is really relaxing. This is a great way to start my morning. So I would say that was my gaming moment of the week. Just driving around, drinking coffee on Forza Horizon 4.
Nice, dude.
Done.
Well, I'd say this: drinking coffee. I know you usually do that and relax a little bit in reference to drive.
I
You tell
do.
me that, right? That's like
I
that's sort of
like
your
to hop
thing,
on
right?
this wheel. Yeah. Yeah. I like to hop on my, I got a Logitech G920 steering wheel. It's the same one as you that you got for a lot less money than I paid for mine. And yeah, I got the pedals
and just
and
kind of
all that good
chill
stuff.
out a little bit
Just just take some curves and listen to the exhaust because they do a really good job on that game of getting specific exhaust note to the specific car, and it sounds really good. So like I'm just kind of easing into the throttle, going around turns and stuff, trying to stay on the road and not do anything too crazy.
killing those
And
milliseconds on the track.
yeah, man,
We keep
so it's
talking
fun.
every time you mention it. I'm like, yeah, I need to play that game again, and get out the wheel. I've been kind of dealing with fixing this iPod a little bit, so
Yeah,
so hopefully I have that done soon and have a video dropping on that. So,
right.
but man, that's pretty cool. I had a little gaming moment of the week as well. It has to do obviously with Hill Divers, whatever. I signed up. I think it was kind of with us too one time. It was kind of funny, me and you playing. I don't know if you remember this, Gray, but we started playing and we saw Bridge in Bridge and Blaze on there. Remember, it was on the map on the Super Earth map, and we was like,
Uh-huh.
man, there's Bridge and Blaze right there. Let's just go and play. Let's go and jump in with them. And we jumped in with them, and we just jump into like nothing but like bugs and I think it was just a bunch of bugs, right? And we was like, what is going on here?
It was intense, bro. It was crazy.
It was so intense. So that was pretty cool. And then I had a moment later on in the week. I got to play with my supervisor at work, my sergeant, and we was playing with a couple of guys. And this one kid, man, used 17 stems. No, I think like 18 stems. 18 stems in a whole match. Every time he got hurt, and then he was running around next to us begging for stems. And then he was throwing stratagems like big missiles and all literally at us and killed us like 5 or 6 times.
What the
And
heck?
we still ended up completing the mission. One of them, not the second one.
Wow.
But it was kind of funny, but at the same time a little aggravating. But as far as gaming moment of the week, it was fun, man. All around, it was a good time.
Yeah.
So.
That game, that's awesome. That sounds really fun. That game just keeps putting out the good moments. So
I wanted just to give him a good, golf clap a little bit, just a little.
Hey, absolutely. And man, I'm excited for mechs. I'm just saying, that's what I'm waiting on. I want the mechs. No, there's vehicles coming.
There's vehicles too, brother. There's
about time. That's what we need. Let me see if I can do that.
Vehicles in Helldivers. I think it might be on YouTube, but
really,
nope, they don't have it yet. They don't have it on there yet.
Okay,
but the mechs will be huge, though, man. The mechs will be huge.
Yeah, that's going to be something.
But that's the gaming moment of the week, guys. Like I said, if you have a gaming moment of the week, make sure you leave a comment down below at YouTube, or you can check out our GGrated Facebook page. And make sure you leave a comment down below any one of our videos. Make sure you mention gaming moment of the week. Gaming moment of the week.
Yep. Or if you need to reach out with anything else, you can reach out at ggratedchannel@gmail.com.
So before we go into our gaming news, I kind of wanted to go into a little bit and talk about your camping, man, if that's cool. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Sure.
Yeah, dude. So
let's talk about it.
So tell me.
You can show the picture if you want to.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
It's pretty cool.
Let me see.
But yeah.
See if I can.
So I'll kind of talk about it while you're getting that pulled up. So we went to Talladega National Forest, which is in Alabama, where we reside, and it's the trail marked 600-1. So it's basically you turn off the road and this road turns into a dirt road trail that starts going up basically a mountain, up when you start getting more like northern East Alabama, there's lots of rocks and stuff. So, There's like
Yeah.
rocks and hills, and so we start climbing, and there's some pretty cool outlook spots, areas to camp. There's certain sections that get to where you're going to need a vehicle that's lifted and has four-wheel drive that you need to get through these specific areas. And it was just all around fun time. I have a 2023 Ford Bronco. I got a tent on the roof, onboard water, and all that stuff. So
There it is, right there,
my
man.
my family and I went and we camped out, had a great time. It was fun.
Yeah, you look at the picture that I have the picture up on Facebook Messenger. It's dude, that's super cool, man. I mean, that view right there, you cannot beat.
Yeah, it was wild. That specific spot is there's a bunch of rocks there, and when we were driving in, there was a guy telling us like, "Hey, if you go 2 miles past the
Little video
ranger
you showed.
station, then you're gonna see this really good spot." And he said that was the best spot on the trail as far as camping goes, and I got to agree. Like, just a big rock ledge where we grilled out on, and had the tent set up, and
See Raven, Judah,
Oh,
Shell,
yeah.
and there's like a little clip. I'm showing the video of the camping spot, but man,
Oh,
the
yeah.
only thing I would be nervous about is the kids. Obviously, just looking at it with
Right.
the kids, kind of with the
So
edge, which
on the camera, after you go past the chairs and stuff, it's still a good little ways out. Like, it looks a lot closer than it is.
okay.
You would have to walk over to that ledge. But like I told Shepard, I was like, "Listen, you don't go past the chairs, and if you do, you're going to be in trouble." So we made sure to keep a close eye on them, and eventually it got really windy, so we kind of had to back up anyway to like right behind the Bronco where I got the fire started. And it was beautiful then, but then it started getting foggy and like misty and cold. And my wife got a little sick, and I won't go into too much graphic detail about that, but she could have had a better time, and we definitely didn't sleep as much as we would want, but still, it's cool to get out and experience stuff like that.
Absolutely, man. I mean, you really can't beat something like that, to be able to just sit there and get with your family, watch a sunset,
Mhm.
because there's not many places you can do that where it's quiet, have a little sunset going and stuff like that. When you
Right.
said that to me, I was super jealous. I was like, man, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's what I want to be like right now, you know?
Bro,
Um,
there's spots like that I'm finding for us when you do get your Gladiator where we're going to go to, and I'm going to have it mapped out for us of like, hey, this is a spot I've been to, and I want you to experience it. There's one that I want to take you to specifically that I haven't been to yet. So that was Trail 600-1. I want to go to 600-2, which is supposed to be cool. And I think there's like river crossings and stuff on some of these trails. So I'm excited to try them out.
Great if there's any kind of advice, just any kind of advice, especially with somebody, a dad that's taking the family out camping for the first time, what's something we can throw out to them just real quick? Guys, I know it's a gaming channel, I understand that, but at the same time, people have different hobbies and stuff, right? And we do love to game while out there as well with our Steam Decks.
Sure.
But if you're
Mhm.
taking somebody out camping, what is the number one advice that you can? If there's one thing you had to tell them, what's the number one thing you need to tell them?
Yeah, to just not get too wound up if things don't go as planned. Just kind of go with the flow, because there was some stuff that didn't go as planned with us. We couldn't get the fire started, had to switch over to gas, and then eventually, after we calmed down and kept trying, I was able to get it started. But at first, it wasn't going to plan, and it looked like the steaks were going to get ruined. And there was a campsite we had found before that we went back to, and it actually ended up getting taken. But I think it worked out better. We got a better place because that place didn't work out. So it's like just going with the flow, things will work out. And if they don't, just go with the flow anyway. You can always try again later. And I would say, too, get comfortable with being uncomfortable and like enjoying the experience. That's part of living, man. You're not always going to be comfortable,
And that's
so
the big thing I've learned over the past few years is if you're there with your family, the most important thing, right? And
Yeah.
you're having a great time. That's the thing that you need to really think of the most, right? Is
Yeah.
okay, all this other little stuff, all the little bitty stuff that could go wrong, it's minimal, man. That's minimal. And I think that's the best advice you could give somebody, besides, making sure you have something to eat. You know what I mean? Or getting something to drink. That's the necessities, right? Everybody thinks about that. But what about when you get out there and your kids are watching you? Your wife is watching you, right? Watching how you handle the situations on the little stuff. And if you just let it go off your back, people are going to have a lot more fun time. And guess what? Your family's going to go with you the next time and the next time and the next time,
Yep. And nobody does it perfect either. I mean, I did lose my temper a little bit with my oldest boy just because, there's a lot going on, man. You got to stop. You got to listen. But still, even with all that stuff, man, he still said, Dad, I had the best time ever.
Yeah.
He just loves being with us. He enjoyed being out there. It's a memory that he's going to remember for his entire life. So, yeah.
But I do have to say, I picture you on the Steam Deck, drinking some coffee, putting it down, watching the sunrise in the morning. I hope you got that moment. That's all I'm saying.
So I didn't bring the Steam Deck this time because I had the babies and stuff. But dude, when we go, it's on.
Yeah.
Because last time when we camped at Bogs and Boulders, we both had the Steam Decks, and that's something that we're definitely going to have to do for sure.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and plan that. And guys, we'll make sure we take some videos and throw it up here for you for one of the podcasts, or maybe even have the podcast out there this next time.
Yeah, like we did last time.
Yeah. With that being said, let's go into. You want to bring in the gaming news, man?
Yeah, let's bring in the news. So, are you going to bring in yours first, or am I going to bring in mine? What you got?
I really don't have anything with the gaming news this week. I was kind of hoping that you can go into the AI.
So I'm okay. It's perfect.
I got one thing real quick.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out. We do not have the game. I don't have a PlayStation, but hopefully I'll have Josh, my buddy. His name is Josh as well. My sergeant, he is playing it right now. He's about 10 hours in. He will probably be on a show sometime later on in next season to talk to us about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That being said, go with the Gray.
So there's this program, and I'm sure that people might have heard about this, but there's a new video that came out about Sora, which is OpenAI's text-to-video model, and it's pretty crazy. So I believe that Gino is going to play a video for you guys, and my goodness, dude! So
introducing Sora. Got it.
So I'm going to just kind of read a little bit off of their website while this is playing. So they say, we're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion with the goal of training models that help people solve problems that require real-world interactions. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while maintaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. Which is crazy. This is all made by AI. Ultra realistic looking.
Everything that we're looking at right now, like the birds and everything, is all AI.
Everything you're looking at was generated by AI.
What kind of AI is doing this?
This is
look how good
by OpenAI. Yeah, I mean, it looks realistic. It looks real. It's basically, so look, this is the text that he put in, and this is what it spits out. Yes, dude.
So a paragraph of text, not even a paragraph, 2 sentences of text.
Yep. Look at that. I mean, it's crazy, and if you guys are looking on, if you're listening right now on Spotify or any other podcast, platform, I would highly suggest you either go watch our video on YouTube at GGrated YouTube account, or just go to Introducing Sora, OpenAI's text-to-video model, and look at what this stuff is generating. It is crazy. So basically, with a line of text prompt, it's going to spit out a realistic-looking video. This is the story of a robot's life in a cyberpunk world or something like that. Yeah, it looks like something from a movie, dude. It's I don't exactly know like what
can you use it for?
Information, all kind of stuff. I mean, I guess movies and stuff. But I don't know what it's borrowing from. I'm assuming it's borrowing from different movies and things like that.
Yeah, that's
or
like
different
Illumination. That's like monster illumination, pretty much, right?
Yeah, but it's making its own like version, I'm guessing. So with all this, like, look at that. It's crazy.
That looks like Forza.
Yeah, it does. So I'm interested to see where this is going to go, because you can imagine the kind of, either A, awesome things you can make with this, or B, really jacked up things you can make with this. Like you could make some ultra hyper realistic things.
We can make some things for this channel, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like
content.
That's what we need to make a GG-rated short movie, man, and use this to generate it. And I was kind of looking earlier about how to get access to this. These are the same people that make Chat GPT. So,
but here's the thing.
I have access to that, and I've used that, but I want to use this. I want to make some stuff from this.
Here's the thing, though. All these channels like YouTube and all this stuff, all these websites, TikTok and everything, they're now adding in these buttons whenever you upload videos and stuff, and you have to advise if it has AI in it. Just like on Steam games, like in Steam, you have to let Valve know if your game has AI features. They had that big thing with Power, right? They thought they used AI and took all Pokemons, right, from it. So I feel like people's going to know, like, you can start doing this and it's hard to tell the difference. So there's going to be a way to know that was generated with AI. And I think you get in some trouble if you don't let the consumers know that it's AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And it's just crazy where. Yeah. It's just like once it gets good enough, then I don't see how people are going to tell one way or the other. Like, I can see this going many different directions, but right now I just want to be positive and say this is pretty cool.
It is.
Like it's really neat. And if you can just kind of show them the webpage, yeah, like I want to get access to it. So it looks like it is built using the past research in DALL-E and Chat GPT models. So basically, this AI is trained on a set of data that it's scrubbed from the internet, and it learns upon that data. Like when you put in some sort of text to generate using, so DALL-E was an image generator, where just from text it could generate an image, and it learns over and over to get better and better at doing that thing. So that's
what you're looking at right now is from the page, and it's all AI, is what he's saying.
Yeah, this is all generated by AI. So Sora, which is this, builds on past research in DALL-E and GPT models. It uses the recaptioning technique from DALL-E 3, which involves generating highly descriptive captions for the visual training data. As a result, the model is able to follow the user's text instruction in the generated video more faithfully. In addition to being able to generate a video solely from text instructions, the model is able to take an existing still image and generate a video from it, animating the image's contents with accuracy and attention to small detail. The model can also take an existing video and extend it or fill in missing frames. So it would be cool to
there's a Dalmatian on the edge of a window.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And it's just crazy. Look at the detail of the paws. Look at the paws on the side of the
Dude,
window.
I was gonna say the same thing. His paws actually like go over the edge some, like he's grabbing on. I noticed that too, and I was like, dude, that amount of detail is crazy.
As you just said, the detail that gets put into it, as you say that, I'm like looking at this. I'm like, oh, let me check out the
Looking at
detail.
his paws, I noticed that too, man.
Crazy.
That is crazy, and it would be cool because it said also that it can extend out video, like it'll do something and just add motion after something. So it would be cool to like plug in a movie and let it see where it would take that specific scene from the movie. Like if you take, I don't know, a part of the Matrix and like see what it would turn that into.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking about personally. Yeah, like if I could plug that in and show a specific scene, like let's just say I showed the end of the Matrix, it could possibly plug in and continue on the movie and like show other stuff. I don't know what it would do, but
you know
what's that?
Since you speak of that, with the Matrix, you know, you can probably get season 7 of Game of Thrones and change the ending to it. Am I right? Could that not be awesome?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's a weird time. A weird, scary, and exciting time that we're living in right now.
Well, guys, that will be your gaming news. I have to agree with Gray. It's kind of a scary but exciting time at the same time, like because nobody knows where this is going, right? I feel like a lot of this has to do with, you know, like Elon Musk is suing OpenAI because they're saying they're not doing all this for the benefit of humanity. Apparently, I don't know if you heard about that. He's really against the AI function. He feel like it's kind of taking off and nobody's controlling it. And that's kind of what happened.
I think he helped to start it too. Like he helped to start OpenAI. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Like he had he had a hand in it, and then they just kind of took off with it. And
I feel like
he doesn't like the direction it's going.
This is the same line of what I compare it to with. And we spoke multiple times on our podcast about AI, right? And I feel like every other week, something new comes out with AI that we got to try to keep up with. But I feel like it's comparable to the boom of the internet age. I really do. I feel like, you know, we're still trying to catch up. Being an officer in the field I'm in, right? We are so behind when it comes to technology and getting, like, when you get search warrants and stuff like that. And it's been like that since the internets came out, right? With email, with internet crimes and stuff like that. Just being able to circumvent these hackers and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like this AI is kind of going down the same path, but it's the new thing now, right? The internet's came and still here, and it's going to always be here, but now it's AI. And, you know, it can be scary, but it's the same thing with internet. It was kind of scary, right? With a lot of people, but it's exciting. It's exciting too for the possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And that's what's so crazy is that technology escalates. It's like things get faster and faster. And now it's at a point where AI can learn so fast that, you know, the things aren't slowing down. And it can either be to the benefit of humanity, like, you know, like you were saying, or it could be to the detriment of humanity. And I like to think that most people are in it for the benefit of humanity. I mean, of course, folks are out there to make money and all that. You got to, but, you know, I think there's going to be plenty of positive things to come out of this. You know, I think about, you know, what if AI could build a model of the human body, and there might be new techniques for like surgery and stuff that is invented because of this. You know, that's just one application that could come from that. So dude, I think about things like that. Find the cure for cancer, you know?
Bro. Find the cure.
There
for
you
cancer,
go.
Bro. Crying out loud.
Like it could build a model of a you know, of a specific type of cancer and how to fight it. Yeah. You know, like something that could be a real world application of it.
That easy too. It could really be that simple of just typing that out a certain way and knowing, and well, we never thought of this. But
Yeah.
do you think it pulls from stuff that it already knows, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it pulled from a specific data set of the internet, and it learned like this is what the human face looks like, and it learned to do it better and better, and it's called like a neural network is what they explain it as. So it basically learns over and over and over and over and over to apply this data in a way that makes sense. Yeah, and I've messed around with text to image type stuff before.
Yeah.
And depending on the prompt is like what it's going to spit out. So you got to get good at doing like certain prompts. And it could look weird or it could look actually real.
Well, if you're looking at our YouTube right now, honestly, that's how we was able to come up with our logo that we love so much.
Yeah, our logo is AI generated, and it's really good.
Yeah, it is. Me and Josh stood one night, and we Canva. We was sitting there, and they have a bunch of AI apps on there, text to image apps and stuff. So we was going on there for about, dude, I think we ended up getting sucked in for like an hour and a half doing that, didn't we?
Yeah, we were at it for quite a while. Like, no, this one doesn't look quite right. Let's do it again. And then eventually we kind of said, wow, this one looks pretty legit. Let's use this one.
So we loved it so much because it has the gaming. You can see on the image, it has the gaming. It has the podcast mic on there as well. And it gives a good GG logo in front of it. And we was like, man, that's it. That's the money. That's the image. That's kind of something that comes from our mind. And this AI was able to generate this. So I thought it was super cool. Super cool. That's just one example.
Yeesh. Mm-hmm.
But, well, man, with that being said, with the gaming news being done, I know I said like 5 minutes ago, but you want to go into the gaming talk moment, which is going to be actually the movie talk moment this time.
Let's do it.
Try one more time for you. There we go.
Yeah. So, Dune 2, based on the classic Frank Herbert novel, stars Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya as warriors fighting to save the desert planet Arrakis from the brutal and exploitative
you dive in. You can't reach the
Harkonnens. So, this is the second movie of the new set of Dune movies. And, I got to say that, just going to throw it out there at the beginning of this, I didn't like it as much as the first one. Still very, very good. And I think it would be a benefit to whoever's going to watch Dune 2 to just go ahead and watch Dune 1 over again. Because it basically picks up right there. Yeah. I would watch Dune 1 over again because it would get you more hype for Dune 2. Like, I was already hyped, but I think I would have been more hyped if I would have watched Dune 1 over again and then went straight into this one, because you forget a lot. Like, there's a lot that they throw at you in the first one, and if you didn't read the books, or if you're not well versed in the original movies, then you might be a little bit lost at first. Like, oh wait, I remember now. This is, these sort of people. Oh, this is what's going on with this kind of government stuff. So, but dude, as far as direction and the character development and the visuals, like, holy crap, what a spectacular film this is! Like, it was 3 hours long, I believe. It was pretty long, but man, I didn't ever get bored or upset that I was spending my time here.
How was
it was
Zendaya
just. Oh, she's amazing. She did a really good job. She was powerful. Probably one of the better roles that I've seen her in. She plays a really strong part in the movie. And there's a lot of emotion that she goes through in certain things that happen. I'm not going to reveal.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope. Yeah, she's really, really good. And Timothy Chalamet is, man, he's great to watch on on screen. Really, really good. I would say this is comparable to Dune 1. Like Dune 1, he was still kind of coming into his own. But on this one, Dune 2, he really lets loose. And you can tell he's really going for it. And there's some specific scenes where he has to kind of take charge. And man, it is so believable. Like even though he's not really an imposing type of figure, like he's not a big dude or anything.
Yeah.
But he's got a presence about him.
We're talking about like
We believe
Guardians of the Galaxy.
in Fremen.
Timothy Chalamet is what I'm talking about. He's the main actor. He plays Paul Atreides. Like he's the main character. So he plays Paul Atreides.
He said I got that.
Yeah. So he's got a very commanding presence.
I won't be fighting for him.
Once he kind of gives,
I'm fighting for my
once they
people.
kind of like give him more free range to really open up and do some serious acting. And I will say also Austin Butler,
You
who
believe
is
in God?
you might recognize him from the Elvis movie, and in this movie he's bald and he doesn't have any eyebrows. You know, he's playing a what is that? He's playing Harkonnen.
Because you lose control.
Dude, he is so freaking weird in this movie. He is freaky. He's scary.
Do you believe in me?
But he also plays a really good role too. Like he is scary, dude.
Paul Atreides is still alive.
So does the and I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, right? But I remember in the first movie that he was talking about is the spice, right? Is that a big deal?
Yeah, spice. Yeah, it's always a big deal. So that's what the whole thing is about. You know, they're on that desert planet, and the worms there, pretty much, I think they give off spice. Well, I think it's a product of them, I do believe. And the spice, if you're on it long enough, you know, you partake of the spice
We
long
gave them
enough,
something
it
to
will
hope for.
turn your eyes blue. So that's why the people on the planet. Yeah, so that's why these warriors
I'll love you as long as I breathe.
This prophecy is how they enslave us!
And the spice also has
not a prophecy.
certain qualities
It's a
about
story.
it. I don't care what you believe. I believe. Transport across the universe. And like it's got a bunch of. Yeah, like that's why I think it's important to watch the first one again, because I didn't ever like read the books or anything. So like I'm kind of talking on my butt a little bit with some of this. So it's like I think it would be better if I were to watch the first one again and then like, okay, now I get what's going on.
Do you know when I think Dune, like the first one was great and all, and I've been hearing really good reviews with this movie, by the way. But
Yeah.
Blaze and me will play the Dune board game.
No, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Called Dune or whatever. So we would always play this board. There's a Dune board game, and it's actually pretty intense. I have to pull it up or whatever because it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Here's
that
like,
sounds really
here's
fun.
like one. Here's one I got pulled up on Amazon. It's $30, but this is like an expansion of it. But I wonder if there's any more that I can actually show. Any other pictures?
While you're bringing that up, I'm going to say really quick. So spice expands your powers of perception, and that kind of plays into this movie. And they make it possible for navigators to travel safely. So thousands of years ago, the spacing guild realized they could train their ship navigators to use spice, to use their pre-science to fly ships safely at faster than light speed so they don't crash into suns or each other. So it allows people for like interstellar travel is what they use the spice for primarily, I think, but also it expands your powers of perception. Like this isn't going to be a spoiler, but there's actually a part in the movie where they're eating food and it's got spice in it. So it's like it's a normal thing for these people that live on this planet to partake in the spice and expand their powers of perception, you know.
Well,
there's a lot of religious aspects of it too, and things like that.
Is it kind of like you can compare it in a sense, not with the perception thing, but to oil when it comes to this country, right? To America and stuff. Like oil and gas and fuel
I guess it could be comparable.
Can be comparable a little bit. So, and that's, that's oil's been the thing with having to do with war, with money, with everything in this generation, in the last generation for this country. And you think about with spice, I'm sure it's kind of
because they're fighting over that place because there's people that come to mine that spice, and the people that live on that planet, that's like their planet. So they're trying to tell them, or they pretty much battle against that, folks coming to their planet to mine the spice from the desert. Yeah. So there's a lot about that, but
here's, if you look at this, I got it pulled up, but it shows the board game that I was talking about that we play. It's actually a lot to it. It took me a while to learn it, but once you learn it, it's pretty awesome. It's a lot of strategy to it. A lot of strategy. I think me and Blaze, we was staying in Nashville one day with the girls. It was just me and Ashley and Brandy and Blaze, and we went down to this nice lobby, right? And we ended up going, and it was just us. We set up the board table, right? And we started playing a board game in the middle of this nice lobby. I forget what the hotel was. And one of the girls comes by, and was like, "Oh, y'all playing Dune?" And was like, yeah, we are. It's like, she's like, "Oh, if I didn't have to go out with my buddies right now, I would definitely jump in with y'all and play." I was like,
great.
I mean, it was the most random thing ever, but it was like, "Oh, that's okay, cool." Well, she's like, "If y'all still here when I get back, I'm jumping in." I was like, "Okay, we'll see." Which we was done. She never came back, but it was just the most random thing all the way up in Nashville, Tennessee. And,
that is random. That's
somebody
funny.
knew about the game, so that's just a little extra stuff. But supposedly everybody loves it, man. Everybody loves the movie. So what do you think it's worth seeing or no?
Oh yeah, definitely worth seeing. Like, I just wish I would have, like I said, I wish I would have watched the first one over again before I went, because it's been, when did the first one come out? Has it been like 3 years ago ish? Like, it's been quite a while ago, and man, just freaking loved it, because it's your like introduction into that world, and they did such a good job. Yeah, so it's been a while, and love it, and I would say that I enjoyed the first one more than this one. But still really enjoyed this one. I'm still hyped for the universe, and just don't think there's anything as far as like science fiction that is as good as this right now. Like, this is it. I don't even think Star Wars is on this level anymore. Hate to say it because I love Star Wars. Well, but it's like
kind of dipped
Dune
off
as the top. Yeah,
not the kind of dip into the Star Wars thing, because I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I understand why people love it, but I'm just not one of those crazy. I wouldn't say crazy. Is that the words I need to use? I'm not one of those.
I don't know, because I do love Star Wars, and like it's specifically the older ones.
Yes,
I love them, but yeah, like I get it.
Well, guys, if you are going to the movies, definitely check out Dune 2. Let us know what you think about the movie. Give us your thoughts and comments on it as well. With that being said, you want to end this thing, man?
Let's end this thing, dog. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well,
Let me tell you about it. It's time to rap, though. This is impromptu rap session. Here we go now. This is GGrated show. Let's go. Everybody knows. Oh, we just listened. Talk about Dune 2. And we're gonna bring all this show to you. We talked about our gaming moment of the week. And, oh man, I got a little tweet from the Spice. On the planet.
Hey, there is a thing as Spice, right?
Oh yeah, Spice. From the planet, I would can it. And then I would man it like a gun on Helldivers 2 and coming down killing the bugs with you.
We're gonna kill it there, guys. That was
It's your
good.
turn.
That
It's
was
your
good.
turn.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You did a great job, man. You did a great job. Guys, thank you for coming to the show. We appreciate everything that you've done. On that note, we'll see you the next time on the show. Take it easy. Leave a comment. Have a good one, guys.
I can tell you want it bad. You want to.